louder.
Okay, guys, so back on the Explorer, it's been a couple days and we essentially cleaned out all the parts. The whole back of this thing was just full of a bunch of used parts just laying everywhere. Couldn't even see any here, hardly. Got it vacuumed out and kind of, you know, the seats folded back up so they could start stretching back into their normal position. So this is everything that was plowed in the back of it. These little pieces of trim are not available. Not available at all. All the bumpers, you can see all these like random clips and bolts and stuff like that. We have all the park sensors that were in it. And then we have my $1,600 headlights.
Yeah, they're spendy.
Really expensive headlights. The brand new radiator fan shroud. We have the radiator. We have the lower. I thought I bought an upper bumper.
Can't find it.
But I guess I didn't buy an upper bumper. So I need to get this bumper, which that's like 400 and some bucks. I have a cart right now on my phone at about $1,200.
Yeah. You know
so far,
really like,
just from me sitting here, and there's still a bunch of stuff that we need to get.
I like this. Look at this. We're working on a project, and all this stuff's right here. We don't have stuff all over the shop. Everything's organized on the floor. We know where it's at. It's amazing what a clean shop will do. You know?
So now we have this big, it's like a carbon composite like radiator support. But we have this front crash support all bolted back on it, and then now
I'm gonna put it in for the second time.
So then after this thing is installed, we're gonna go ahead and hook up. Do you think the intercooler goes behind it? Or do you think the intercooler goes in front of it?
It should go in front, being that it's an intercooler and it's smaller than the rest. You're gonna have all the money into this thing. When it's all said and done, you could have literally just went and bought you one that was done for the same amount of money. With labor.
I've already admitted that. Okay, we're just.
This is one of your. I think this is a great idea thing. Right here.
Well, it was. So I bought this one after fees and stuff. I bought the winning bid on it was like 12 grand, I think, maybe 11 something. After fees, it was like 14. There was one. It hit a deer and it needed a headlight, maybe this front little thing, a hood, and a windshield, and it sold for $16,000.
Yeah, well, this thing.
And right now, as it sits, I have probably over 20,000, and it's still not back together.
And then my labor, and I'm not cheap. So.
And then, yeah, Sean he is not cheap at all. So I'm actually kind of afraid to build a spreadsheet on this thing to see how much money I actually have in it, but you know, we're gonna figure it out. Alright guys, so it's been a couple days after we started filming. At the beginning of this video, I went ahead and placed an order on LascoAutoparts.com. They basically gathered everything up, got it all shipped out, and now we pretty much have everything to put this thing back together as far as the engine, transmission, the cooling system, the AC system, the air box, the turbo pipes, the intercooler stuff, pretty much everything. Pretty stoked about that. We have the AC lines, we have some grommets and stuff to hold the radiator and stuff over here, because that was one of the issues in the last part of this video. We didn't have like the little grommets that go like right here to hold the radiator in on the bottom. We needed like an intercooler pipe, needed a bunch of random stuff, and now I think we pretty much have all that. So we should technically be ready to put all this stuff back together, and then I'm pretty excited because then we should be able to take this thing for a drive. We don't have the front bumper cover. It is on back order, so we're kind of waiting on that right now, but that we should be able to get within a week. Other than painting the front bumper cover and the fender, the hood doesn't need painted, like nothing else needs painted on it. We pretty much have everything to complete this thing almost 100%, other than the airbag in the seat. I think that's it. I need to send out the seat belts to get those reprogrammed, but I think we could start assembling stuff on this thing now, which I'm stoked about. So front radiator support is basically in there. Turbo hose is all hooked up. Coolant hose is all hooked up. The boost pipes hooked up. You got the radiator fans. Those are all wired in, plugged in. Sean is grabbing some more stuff out of the boxes over here, and he's actually gonna throw in those really expensive headlights. Get those things all hooked up and figured out. Still waiting on that front bumper, but pretty much as soon as we have everything bolted on here, we have some coolant in it, then we could actually take this thing for a drive, and that is gonna be the goal for me, because I would really like to see how much this thing rips. I don't think it's gonna make any turbo noise. Oh, I need a drive shaft too, but I think it should still drive.
Front wheel drive only.
Front wheel drive, but it might do a burnout, which should be okay. Hey, you're not supposed to be sitting in here yet. It's not done.
It's supposed to be my surprise, huh?
It's supposed to be your surprise, Valentine's Day surprise.
Oh yeah, it won't be done by Valentine's Day.
Or a birthday surprise. What do you think?
You think 5 months, really?
Look at this. It has a button for the hatch in the back. Look at that.
Oh, it closes?
The hatch closes all by itself. Look at this. It's got an airbag hanging out of the seat, which we're gonna fix that. So it has 22,000 miles. It has the blind spot thing in the mirror.
Yeah.
So the mirror does that. It has cruise control.
It's got heated seats.
Heated seats. It's got Bluetooth. Get out.
Can't wait.
Get out of here. We're gonna go drive it. Check out these headlights.
You just put them in?
These headlights cost more than the 4Runner. I was sparking. But take a look at this. Premium headlight, only a little scratch, thanks for that. We got cloud full of coolant. We got all these things hooked up. We got the windshield washer thing hooking up in there. We are moving along. We need this.
Gas.
Cooking with gas. Jamie's almost done driving that thing. She's gonna go from that thing to this thing, hopefully here soon, as soon as we get a bumper. Oh, actually this little cap thing is somewhere in the car. I think it's in the back seat.
Is it broke? This thing's kind of wonky, so we might have to heat it up and
give her a little squeeze. But yeah, we have the coolant bottle, we have the overflow, we got all this stuff connected right here. We got ABS sensor hooked up, we got crash sensors, we got the intercooler, we have the EcoBoost thing. This thing is broken in the front, so I need to get another one. We need to get another airbox too, because it's cracked in the front right there. But we got the battery hold down. Pretty much got everything. We got the expensive headlights in it.
now we're gonna put some air in the tires.
It needs a windshield, so we're not putting on that cowl stuff yet. But overall, let's put a little bit of air in the tires. And I would like to at least take this thing for a drive. We're gonna wait to paint everything until we get the front end all fit with the front bumper cover and all that stuff. So it's gonna be a little while longer. I would need to still figure out this whole seat situation and send out the seat belts. So when most vehicles get in a wreck, they discharge the thing, so the seat belts are stuck. So we'll have to pull that out here in a minute, this whole panel, and I'll send off this seat belt thing, figure out where the airbag control module is, and we'll have that pulled out. This seat, I don't know. I wonder if we could just like sew it back together. And I mean, but Jamie's gonna be driving it, though, so I want to get a new airbag, and then maybe we could just sew it and then not have to. You'd see it's just split right there in the center. Honestly, that probably wouldn't be that hard to do, because it didn't even rip it. It just pulled out the thing. So if we just get a new airbag to put in there, then we would be good. So yeah, this thing lights up real nice. We got this airbag waiting for us. We just gotta go get it. I think that's it, buddy. I think we go. Oh, and we have this airbag that we need to replace too. Yeah, because there was only a driver in it. So if there was a passenger, all of the airbags would have went off. Like if there was somebody over there, like the dash would have went off, the seat would have went off, that probably side would have went off. But since they were just by themselves, it only sensed one driver. Only this side went off. Well, let's go for a drive. Okay, guys. So look at that. No check engine lights. Only thing we have is an airbag light and a TPMS light. Oh, buddy. Did you
twin turbo?
Twin baby turbos.
Yep.
So like this
instant boost.
This thing is just ready to.
I think we need to change the oil after we drive it once we get back, just because the lines are open and stuff. I'd like to change the oil.
No check engine lights yet.
Is the hood closed?
Yeah. It doesn't think it's closed, but it doesn't have that sense. It's closed. So you could feel just like a little bit of turbo. You could hear just the slightest bit of like a little blow off valve, a little That's not bad.
It's not bad. What speed is this tranny?
I think it's an 8 or a 6. Maybe it's just a 6. Nice rig.
Yeah, it is a nice rig. It's just really smooth. I can't believe how much there's so much space in here. Like from where you sit to the windshield is like, it's hard to tell probably from the camera, but there's just so much space in here.
Yeah. Engine feels great.
Yeah, it does. You're welcome, buddy.
Thank you. Yep. So we can put her down in sport mode.
What is sport mode? Just the way the tranny shifts?
This compared to the Telluride, this one definitely has more power.
Oh, for sure.
In some ways, like I like the Telluride more, and in some ways I like this one more. Like it's like a weird.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a weird deal.
This is definitely a nice car though.
It's just crazy that it's been like I've had it over a year. It's a 2019. It has 22,000 miles on it, and it's been sitting around over a year. I have over 20 grand in just money sitting in it. I mean, that's nice though. Like that pulling power.
Yeah.
Like,
it has a tow package too, right?
Yeah, I think it'll tow like 5,000 or 6,000 pounds. Technically, if I wanted to, like I could hook up like a single car, like flat trailer, and you know, like a 3,500 pound axle trailer with like a 240 on it. Like I don't know if I'd fully loaded and go to a drift event in Texas, but like if you were gonna do something with a tow dolly or like a small camper,
yeah, within a certain,
like you could for sure do that. Yeah, there's in the back seat. There's a bunch of bumpers and stuff. So there's like headlights and bumpers and stuff like that. So after the drive TPMS reset itself, the only code that we have right now is just the airbag stuff. Should be able to get rid of that here soon. A little bit of smoke coming from the engine bay, but
just from it's hot, and, you know, we worked on this thing, had oil over the exhaust and stuff. Nothing's leaking.
Yeah. I mean, the turbos felt great. They spooled up good.
Like it moved, maybe.
But other than that, yeah, a little bit of smoke. But overall, I mean, it runs, drives, it's real smooth. Feels really good, has great power. Coolant system pressurized real nice. The fans aren't currently on right now, but you know, maybe they will be.
I put that ground on there. I don't know if it's a good ground or not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was kind of loose then. Yeah, with an air filter on this thing, like an air intake,
yeah,
like it would sound really cool. But I kind of don't care about that because, you know, Jamie doesn't, I mean, she'd probably like some turbo whooshy noises.
Figure out what this is for too.
It's probably for the hood latch.
Well,
it's probably a hood latch sensor.
Well, there's no wear for a sensor, and there's no.
We'll find out eventually. Oh, we should turn on the headlights.
Fans are on.
Fans turn on nice. Check out these headlights. Sean, look at them headlights, buddy. Yep. Yep. Worked great. Coolant, it's not getting hot or anything. Had a little bit of smoke from the engine bay just from, you know, all the oil and fingerprints and stuff from messing with it. But fans are working. Overall, it's pretty much ready to rip. We just need to get those things. The front bumper harness, that front bumper with the parking sensors, a couple other little minor things, but overall, it's pretty much. Oh,
you know what this might be?
Pretty much ready to go.
Maybe a horn.
Oh, the horn actually. We have that. That is the horn. I bought the horn.
Where's it at?
It's over here. See, we still got parts and pieces. Let's see what bolt. One of these probably. Oh, that's kind of a loud horn. If I had to say so myself, I'd say that's a loud horn. Sean is over here. You enjoying yourself?
Yeah, I'm watching a YouTube video on how to.
I mean, you pretty much have to. Got the driver's side seatbelt out of here, and right now he is working on this center console because the airbag control module is actually in the center on the ground, like bolted to the floor. It's essentially just trying to work on that. Who are you watching right now? Let's give him a shout out.
Shout out to My Airbags.
MyAirbags.com.
All I know is they better send me a check with this shout out. Oh look, there he is.
Oh wait, hey.
Gets into an accident. There's three main things that could be
Thank you.
Three main things.
Thank you. But maybe this.
Oh, yep.
That, this, that, all of it. All right, guys. So that was the video driving the Explorer for the first time, and Jamie's first time. Uh-oh. Kids.
Trying to get back in.
We locked the kids outside to try to film this video. But anyhow, the Explorer is almost done. Jamie sat in it for the first time. I drove it for the first time. It actually makes decent power. It's pretty interesting. Jamie, what do you think about sitting in it compared to the Telluride? Let's hear that real quick.
Well, I was gonna say that it was really sporty, but you said that already.
I mean, it is a Ford Explorer Sport.
I like it because you made it and Sean made it.
We built it.
Built it?
We built it for Jamie. So yeah, she'll be retiring the V8 4th Gen 4Runner, which, man, I still don't know what to do with that thing. I think it's a really cool unit. We thought about putting that thing, like a rooftop tent on it, and then renting it on like outdoorsy.
Leave a comment below and let us know what you think.
That's what Jamie wants me to do. Because it would be really cool. Put a rooftop tent and then rent it, and then like we don't have to get rid of it, and then it's like.
And then we still like kind of have it, but it has a purpose.
And it's like, because I need purposes for stuff. So sending off the airbags this week. We are waiting for a front bumper and a couple other little things. I want to give a huge shout out to Lasco Auto Parts for helping me get some great parts for this thing. He kind of shot me a pretty good discount, and even if you go to their website, the prices of the stuff that you could get off of the website versus just going to your local dealer is ridiculous. Check out LascoAutoParts.com. huge shout out to them for helping me out with some discounted parts for this build, and he helped me out previously on my 2016 rolled F350. I think Jamie's excited to drive it. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks, it should be kind of like wrapped up.
We've only had it for a year.
A little over a year. September, actually. It was September 10th.
Kenzie was like 2 months old.
Yeah, something like that. So appreciate you guys watching it. I think Jamie's stoked. I don't know. Appreciate you guys watching.
Unreal.
See you later.